Good morning, everyone. Let's start gathering, winding up conversations. Yeah, no kidding. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in the heart of Las Cruces, this beautiful fall morning. I'm Sarah Benson, and this is Doug Benson, and we're going to start with a couple of songs. If you would like to stand, that'd be great. If not, that's fine. Yeah. It's a wonderful morning to be together.
Are you joining?
Okay.
I see joy, I see peace, I see goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I know joy, I know peace, I know goodness surrounding me. I know love in every breath I breathe. I know God in everything. I know happiness, I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God's in everything. I know God's in everything. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday. What a lovely thing to look out and see all your beaming faces. My name is Lillian Pilot. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in the heart of Las Cruces, where our vision is a world in loving partnership for the good of all. And welcome to anyone visiting for the first time. Do we have any newcomers here today?
Over there, Angela.
Welcome, welcome. We have, I'm not sure if I'm talking into the microphone here. There's some gift bags at the back. Oh, you have one already. You've been thus gifted. Well, welcome. And please fill out the form that's in there with your email so that you can get on our newsletter and just find out what's going on here. And be sure to read the newsletter, as I've been told many times. I want to give a special thanks to Deb Taylor Russell and her team, the baking team, and all the people who contributed to this incredible craft and bake sale. I believe there's still some items out there for sale if you're interested, and have a look afterwards. And can you stand up, people who contributed? There was a lot of people who were involved in this. Wow. Wow, thank you. Well, I came late, but I couldn't believe what was left. I mean, it's wonderful. And please be sure to read the bulletin board. There's been these action committees, and there might be some things that interest you to participate in helping with and helping grow the center. There's ideas that have been generated through a visioning and action committee meetings that have been going on, and if one of those things calls to you, just put your name on it and start putting your ideas into action. Our next potluck will be November 19th, and our next town hall will be January 21st, 2024. Oh yes, well that's today. I'm sorry, I was told to read this exactly as written, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, so there's a potluck today. Woohoo! Our November Service Project and Sacred Service Sunday are both in collaboration with the SW Alzheimer's Association. We're collecting items for gift bags. That's lists of items that are needed, are with the red can in the social hall where the items are being collected. And then after the service on the last Sunday in November, the 26th, which is not today, which is the 19th, we will be signing holiday cards to go with those gift bags and give a little lift to people who maybe don't have a lot of little special care in their lives. So please join our service projects in whatever way you can. It's really important to reach out into the community and give of ourselves and our gifts and our thriving. The potluck in December has been moved to the first Sunday in December. That's the 3rd, when we will celebrate the center's birthday. And those who want can join in decorating for the holidays. That'll be fun. If you want to give the center a birthday present, consider the things that we frequently use, like toilet paper, paper towels, coffee creamers, copy paper, etc., and or a year-end donation, which you can also write off with your taxes. And everything is appreciated. Every little thing is appreciated. But most especially, your presence. Not just the presents, but your presence and your participation in this community. So we really look forward to seeing you on the 3rd. We believe in the power of prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. There are prayer requests in the pockets in the backs of the seats, and there's a God can in the back, which I think is on that table there now. Yes, it is. It's on the table by the door. And you can put your prayer request or drop it in the offering plate, which is also on the back table there. And we also have a prayer request button on our website. Our prayer team is made up of practitioners and ministers from the 4 local New Thought communities, and we will pray with you in regard to your request. And please know it's completely confidential. You put your name, your prayer there, and only the prayer team will know about that. In addition, if you have something you'd like a quick prayer treatment for after service, just look for anybody who's wearing these blue wings, and we will be very, I guess we call them stoles, and we'll be very happy to work with you after the service. So fill out, the next part of this is filling out gratitude cards, because we do prayer treatment and things happen. And it's wonderful to see when a practitioner does prayer work with you, they are doing prayer work with themselves and with the whole community and with the whole world. So it's really important to know that this energy is moving and moving. If something is shifted for you in your life as a result of prayer work, please fill out the gratitude cards and let us know. And now, it's time for song, silence, and prayer.
Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory. Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory. Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory. Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory. Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory. Open my eyes to see the glory here, oh God. Open my eyes to see the glory, to see the glory, to see the glory.
Knowing we are one, joined in unity by a force field of realignment I call God. Knowing that we are here together, and knowing that wherever we are together, because there is one mind, one consciousness, one power for good, one love, one life. And as I know we are joined in this circle of unity, I know that we are all beaming the most beautiful aspects of this one mind, this one life, this one love. We are love, we are light, we are joy and beauty, and this is what we carry into the world. It does say something here about contemplating a question that you would like to ask and jotting it down. Are there pens and paper available to jot down a question you might wish to ask? And these questions will be collected after I do the reading.
I think that's from a previous service, Lillian. Yeah.
Ah, well, never mind that then.
But we could ask you questions.
Fire away. Well, I don't know what to say. It's on here and I'm reading it. I do want to, I'm going to do this reading and then I'm going to introduce our guest speaker, Sabine. The reading today comes from an article called Discovering the Sacred in Everyday Life by Gail Brenner. She starts with a quote, "Sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness." That's a quote by Galway Kinnell. Although you may not realize it, your everyday life is already sacred. Everything arises from the one source. Everything is an exquisite expression of life, of pure being. One of my clients reported she's starting to become more aware of things in her life she'd never noticed before. She loves it when someone unexpected shows up at her door. She flows through the day responding with ease to everyone and everything, and she's attuned with all of her senses when she takes a walk outside. And these are new experiences for her, but this deepening awareness has always been available. Things aren't becoming more tender or sacred. The way nature appears to her hasn't changed. So what has? Her perspective. Rather than living in the mental noise, she's more willing to say a friendly hello to her reactions when she's triggered and let them be. She's slower and quieter, so there's space to see and appreciate everything. Recognizing the sacred all around us, which includes ourselves, we take nothing for granted. That is the sacred in everyday life. When something is recognized as sacred, it is known to have a quality that is beyond the material physical world. It's not subject to the mind's analysis, judgment, or interpretation. It's illuminated by grace. It may look ordinary, but as we encounter it with nothing in the way, we stand in awe of its very existence. Recognizing the sacred all around us, which includes ourselves, we take nothing for granted. And then everyone and everything is a gift, a surprise, an expression of the light of consciousness. Oh, the puddles of rain outside my window. I get to breathe. I get to hold my friend who just lost her husband. All of these things and more. Most of us need reminders, a gentle tap on the shoulder that invites us out of the mind's noise and into the living reality of this now moment. That's it for that. And it's time for some special music.
I will give you a note, but the name of this song is When All Thy Names Are One. It's by Kim and Reggie Harris. And I heard this song a couple of months ago, and I knew the topic for this month was going to be about the sacred, the profane, and the mundane. And I have a bit of hard time figuring out what's what, so I like this song.
I'll begin tomorrow, I'll be on my way. Thy light, thy will be done. Bid farewell to sorrow, I will sing and pray. When all thy names are one. When all thy names are one, oh Lord. When all thy names are one. Bid farewell to sorrow, I will sing and pray. When all thy names are one. The whole world round they shall praise thy name. Thy light, thy will be done. In 1,000 tongues, yet they sound the same. When all thy names are one. When when all thy names are one. In 1,000 tongues yet they sound the same, when all thy names are one. We all live in one building, though some preach of doom. Thy light, thy will be done. Why must all my children dwell in separate rooms, when all thy names are one? When all thy names are one, O Lord, when all thy names are one. Why must all thy children dwell in separate rooms, when all thy names are one? We all drink the water from the same deep well. Thy light, thy will be done. Why must one soul's heaven be another's hell, when all thy names are one? When all thy names are one, O Lord, when all thy names are one. Why must one soul's heaven be another's hell, when all thy names are one? When all thy names are one, O Lord, when all thy names are one. Bid farewell to sorrow, I will sing and pray, when all thy names are one.
And now, Reverend Bonnie is really sorry to be missing Sabine's talk, as they go back quite a ways, I gather, to when Reverend Bonnie interpreted in 2 different classes that Sabine taught. Sabine Green is an ordained minister with naturopathic and shamanic services based out of Oklahoma. She practices shamanic technique with a focus on healing the fractured soul and female empowerment. She's a hereditary intuitive, a trained death walker, soul retriever, and touch healer. And with that, please help me welcome Sabine Green.
I was going to say earlier that I felt like the reading kind of took everything that I had brought to the podium. Is that better? Thank you. It's been a while since I've been here, almost 10 years, I think. In between there, we did a psychic fair here once or twice. Bonnie and I do go a ways back, and so I assume that she's actually going to listen to this at some point. So good to see you. I saw on social media she's having a good time. So I'm honored to be here. So when I got the subject of what this month was, I smiled because we often forget that there are 2 sides to almost everything that we do. We are in a universe of duality. And so the sacred and the profane, what? I wanted to talk about a portion of that this week. The sacred the ceremony, our traditions. We're coming up to our holidays, our holy days, which creates connection, whether that's familial or within a spiritual community or just socially. It also brings us to a space where we have to look at ourselves. And finally, when we're there by ourselves, we connect with spirit, God or goddess alike. As Lillian said, I am a shamanic practitioner, so some of my verbiage may be a little bit different from what you are used to. If it's not understood, and I'm a teacher, so bear with me. Just say something. Thank you for letting me know to adjust this microphone. I think it's still not right. Is that better?
Let me bring it down just a little bit. Sorry.
You're fine. Let's not bring you down
No, we don't need to do that.
the steps. Is that better? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes.
Thank you.
Good. Thumbs up? No? Okay. Thank you. My history in regards to ceremony. In 2003, I began my apprenticeship into becoming a shamanic practitioner. I quickly became the clan's ceremonial leader. I liked to complicate things. I love high magic or high ceremony. Some of you may have been here years ago for a Mother's Day event that I spoke at with Sarah Hartsong, who was part of the UU Church at that time. Magic, ceremony, the things that we do to bring our presence into a space allowing true connection to spirit is part of what makes me excited. Simple ritual, however, is also part of what is important and makes life exciting. Shamanism is a lifestyle, but it is also a sort of performance. And I think in modern times, we think of ceremony as almost being a performing art. There's expectation that comes with that. And so sometimes we have to step back and decide how we're going to dial that down so that we can titrate it and find meaning. What is ceremony? And how are we going to use that today? So Webster's Dictionary says that ceremony is 1, a formal religious or public occasion, typically one celebrating a particular event or an anniversary, such as a wedding, an anniversary, some sort of a special gathering. The second definition is the ritual observances and procedures performed at grand and formal occasions, to do something with great ceremony. Earlier, there was a quote that went around, I believe Lillian said, ordinary miracles for today. That's ceremony. Miracle is this word that we put out there, and it's not exactly. It is within, and I know every person sitting here today, if you love Reverend Bonnie, you already know that. That is part of her teaching. So that was a review. However, everyday ceremony, let's talk a little bit about what that is. Because here in modern society, the hubbub that is outside there, even though it is beautiful, there is sunshine, and we talked about earlier welcoming the sun in, apricity here, that winter sun. In modern society, once we get out there in the chaos, how do we create ceremony? Obviously, weekly we go to church or we gather with our spiritual beings. We celebrate accomplishment, graduations, promotions, completions of tasks. We look at milestones. I'm going to be turning 50. I'm going to paint my house black and get a new cat. How do we celebrate in modern times? And so when we look at what it is that we cling to in tradition here, we start with birthdays. The 21st birthday is often a disaster. It's ceremony, but it is ceremony that has been oversimplified and maybe not with good intention or clear intention. We have our weddings, we have our births, our deaths, our holy days. And this is the holiday or holy day season for us in North America. And so we do have a lot of ceremony during the winter. However, when we don't start daily with something that brings us intent and that ferocity to live, we may not be able to attach to each other and find the true joy in creating community and a vibrant life. Every day we have ritual and ceremony, and ritual is a set of actions that we do. Morning coffee, anybody? Yeah, that's a ritual right there. It becomes ceremonial in many ways. There is the grinding of the beans, and then the warming of them, and the smell throughout your dwelling, pouring it quietly into the cup, smelling it, tasting it, sitting with it, awakening. Well, that sounds like going to church on Sunday. Do not devalue the things that you do to bring joy into your life on a daily basis. Things are heavy out there. Find a way to bring the lightness inside. Ceremony is slightly different from ritual in that it creates intention. So yes, we stumble to the coffee pot. We grind the beans and we make the whole 9 yards. But if we sit with intent, that will create vibrancy for us and we will become awake, enlivened. Honor the coffee bean, the goddess Caffeina. That becomes ceremony rather than ritual. Sometimes it is with prayer and sometimes it is with only intent. Ritual is dressing for the day. Ceremony is transforming yourself through clothing choice, accessories, and some specific vibe you want to give in whatever it is that you're going out to interact with and to whom you interact with. Power dressing, intentional dressing, learning how to celebrate self is very important on the daily. And if we don't stop to choose something with purpose and intent, we may walk through our day just fine, but there will be a lack of vibrancy that is there. Take a moment, and we're just going to be silent for 30 seconds. Choose the thing that tomorrow will be your daily ceremony. How will you change it? How will you take something that you must do on the daily basis and transform it into something that is sacred and divine? Did we choose coffee? What about eating? Eating is sacred, whether it's by yourself or with connection. And it should be done with intent and gratitude. There's connection to Earth Mother. Everything that goes into your mouth has been sustained by this earth, whether it be only plant-based or animal-based products. That is also ceremony. And when you break bread with others and share meals, as we hopefully will this coming week, that is a holy day or a holiday, but it is also ceremony. It is with great ceremony that perhaps you clean the house and decorate it. Maybe you order the pies. Maybe you're the one that's the trickster. You have the remote. You turn it so that there isn't football on at the moment and everybody screams. Find the things. Who chose the shower or the bath? Everything is energy. I take my shower at night when I am done with my interactions to wash off in daily ceremony all of the energy that I might carry with me from the interactions, good or bad. Because it is my intention that I will rest peacefully for the night, only sovereign unto myself on that dear mattress. I don't carry with me the energy of my clients as a healer or a reader. I don't carry with me the energy of my students, my family, my friends. That is my sacred time to be by myself. And so for me, my daily ritual, the most important one, I know caffeine's really close second, really close, but my most important one is my nightly cleansing. And energetically, I get rid of everything that I may or may not have picked up. And if you shower in the morning, perhaps this is a vibrancy and a reset as part of your coffee. Either way, our temples, these bodies that our spirit is housed in this incarnation, has to have ceremony. It was created in ceremony. What about that? And so we are created in a space that we don't talk about in this culture, but that too is sacred and ceremony. In shamanism, prayer takes many forms, and I speak about shamanism because it is what I know. Prayer in all faiths takes a multitude of different forms. It is a slowing down. It is turning on those theta waves in our brain and dimming down the beta waves, which is our logical brain, so that we may intuitively and spiritually connect with others as well as ourselves with spirit. And so meditation is prayer. And those theta waves are what many spiritualists, intuitives, and awakened people use to glean their connection, their information, their download. As I get told all the time, I'm getting a download. Okay, you get a download. I'm going to say Spirit speaking to me. And so prayer through slowing down is very intentional. And setting that intention for just a few moments, as we did a minute ago, to make choices is extremely important. Again, when we look out there, it's the fast and the furious, and we're going 55 plus miles an hour. When we set our intention, the thing in this culture that perhaps because of all of the multifaceted things that we do is most difficult is follow through. Can we set an intention and then discipline ourselves to create that ceremony? That is our spiritual practice. And it can be simple. Making sure that you stir your creamer and your sugar in the coffee in a clockwise direction to bring in the good. Or maybe we're stirring it the other way to get rid of the gossip. And I'm going to shake the spoon out. You see, everything you do can be ceremony. And when we begin to allow the theta waves to take over, our logical brain takes a step back, takes a little bit of a coffee break. Then we have the endorphins, we have the dopamine that comes in, we have the oxytocin, we have the cortisol, and we feel good. We want to feel good, and we want to feel purposeful. And so good and purpose often go together for most people. And so if we slow things down during ceremony or prayer, allowing our intuitive selves to expand, we scientifically increase very easily all of those things that our vessel, our temple, our body has been created to do. And we increase all of those things our body creates to bring a vibrant, intentional life. So I'm a scientist first before I was a spiritualist, and I love to put both of them together because I believe, actually, that science is all of the things that spiritualists knew eons ago, and science is one at a time proving them. So we're just waiting for them to prove the next step. They've already proven that the theta waves through meditation creates that scientific proof that creates that increase in the feel-good vibe. Good vibes only, unreasonable in this culture, but intentionally having good vibes for a portion of your day, absolutely doable. Random acts of kindness. We see that all the time. Make that part of your ceremony. If that's kindness to yourself by the first thing you do when you come home is you put on your lounge clothes. Or maybe it's random acts of kindness such as donating jackets here. I saw there's a jacket drive. Help find the connection. Because here's the other part of ceremony. We're programmed to be attached to each other. We're not programmed to be solitary. And because we are in a culture of abundance and we don't actually need to be in a tribe, we think our independence is our crown. But it's not. Because on a cellular level and on a psychological level, here we go back to the science, right? We are programmed to support and attach to each other. And here we go into attachment theory. We come from spaces where having small clans or family groups were far better. We created a spiritual base with those small clans. We created agriculture, crops, hunting, sustainability for our families. But on an emotional level, we also created connection theory. And so part of the holy days and part of ceremony is about self, but it also needs to be about authentically attaching to others. Ceremony can be very personal. We've talked about that. But also in a group setting, ceremony is extremely important. Group celebrations are vital in our lives. Connection is extremely important. Perhaps consider in the next 12 months, dedicate to finding someone that may need an untraditional celebration and ceremony. So this is not daily, this is having that long-term plan in your bullet journal or whatever it is that you write in. Can you see that someone has a milestone that hasn't been celebrated? Perhaps it's not a birthday, it's not something that you normally celebrate, but if you will find a way to connect with the people that you love, whether it's here or familial or social elsewhere, keep spreading ceremony. Because one of the most challenging things that we have in this world that inundates us with all different things is we don't focus on uplifting ourselves for accomplishments. We don't do a coming of age ceremony anymore, most of us. We generally don't do a wise woman or a wise man ceremony for that portion, the autumn of our lives. We don't give our neighbors a basket of goodies when they move in anymore. They bought a house. Good, yes, good for you. I was so shocked when I bought my house 2 years ago. I had no one come introduce themselves in my neighborhood. El Paso's a little bit funny. This is my postage stamp. I'm glad that you do. I very much miss that. So find things to make moments special. Find the excuse to make it special. Go wrap the presents if you gift people for the holidays. Decorate even if your kids are not coming home. Decorate if you don't have kids. Who cares? You are creating for yourself and connection in the community. Ceremony with others. I took this quote from united.de. A ceremony can help to show people they are united and that they belong. They can motivate us, stimulate our emotions, prompt memories. The positive effects of a ceremony are universal across civilizations and are not specific to age, gender, or culture. Why is ceremony so important to humans? Along with providing meaning and memory, ceremony can also heal in times of devastation or loss. People hold on to ceremony to reflect historical or social significance, or to show others that they are united and belong together. We often think of things like holidays, gatherings, creating stress. I don't want to go do that. I don't want to get dressed up. I just want to stay home. I don't want to people. But the fact of the matter is that anthropologically, we're supposed to people. I'm people. You're people. We're supposed to go out and do things that bring us connection. Holidays in modern times bring us expectations, pressure, familial, maybe cultural. Walk through all of those sticking points that come with the next 6 weeks of parties and social gatherings and ceremony with a little bit of a better connective attitude if you can. That's what I would challenge you to do for the next 6 weeks, and maybe it will become a practice for you in your everyday life. If we can approach ceremony and connection with authenticity and a lack of fear and anxiety that we won't be received, that we're not doing it correctly, that it was a wrong flavor of coffee creamer. If we can get rid of all of that monkey mind, use those theta waves, we will be walking much closer to spirit and our full potential than if we stay so small in the fear and the disconnect. I invite you for the next week. I know, so much homework, huh? This is intentional living. I invite you to create sacredness for yourself. Just spend a week doing the same thing once a day with intention. See how it feels at the end of the week and evaluate if you want to adjust that and continue to build and layer on it. I want to take one last moment to spend 30 seconds again in our mind's eye, revisiting what that is, that moment that we chose earlier. The morning coffee, the shower, the dressing, the drive home with no road rage. How will you build it into ceremony? We have our homework. We have our vision and our intention. And we have the holidays looming. Hopefully, ceremony will be more of your life. The profane will not be a part of your life unless you wish to twist that shadow into a space and a sort of strength. And your mundane, may it be intentional and vibrant. I thank you for letting me be here today to share space and time with you. If you are interested in shamanic ceremony, I cannot recommend high enough the Book of Ceremony by Sandra Ingerman, who's in Santa Fe. Any of her shamanic healing and Kristen Madden's shamanic healing techniques are great resources. And I'm just down in El Paso. I would love to come back. I hope to see you all soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful fall and winter. Thank you. I didn't even cough. You guys magically cleared my throat for you. Okay.
You reminded me of an article I read some time ago called The Zen of House Cleaning. And I always remember the part that said, wash the dish. See your face in the reflection of the water on the plate. And feel the warm water running over your hands. And every time I do dishes, I still do that. I might be one of those bizarre people who actually kind of likes washing dishes. So, I know that there is one power for good, one force field of realignment in this universe operating in and as and through me and through every living thing. I know that this force field of realignment is the light that courses through my veins. It is the radiance that comes from me when I embody that knowing through ritual, through ceremony, through intention, through the conscious awareness that I can upload that which is my nature, bring it into my intellect, my intent, and share it with the world around me. One God, one life, my life now. And I'm so grateful. All these wonderful speakers, the people who come here, the people we have in our lives, all of the things that enliven us, the yellow and orange leaves on the trees, every single second, every single moment that offers itself and presents itself so that I can be enlivened and awakened and bring that realization into my life and move that realization out into the world. I'm so grateful. And so I release these words into the law, knowing that this and so much more is already done in the mind of the one, and I invite you to join me in saying, and so it is. Now it's time for more special music. I was just telling Sarah, don't be shy about singing the first line with me because I don't know this song very well. And I keep forgetting how it goes.
That fills you with confidence, doesn't it?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
No. This is actually Ordinary Miracle, and it's Sarah McLaughlin does it, but it was written by Glenn Ballard and David Stewart.
Oh, I remember.
Got it? Okay, cool.
It's not that unusual when everything is beautiful. It's just another ordinary miracle today. The sky knows when it's time to snow. Don't need to teach a seed to grow. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Life is like a gift, they say, wrapped up for you every day. Open up and find a way to give some of your own. Isn't it remarkable? Like every time a raindrop falls, it's just another ordinary miracle today. Birds in winter have their fling, but always make it home by spring. It's just another ordinary miracle today. When you wake up every day, please don't throw your dreams away. Hold them close to your heart, 'cause we're all a part of the ordinary miracle. Ordinary miracle. Do you want to see a miracle? It seems so exceptional, but things just work out after all. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Sun comes up and shines so bright and disappears again at night. It's just another ordinary miracle today. It's just another ordinary miracle today.
Nice.
I remembered how it went. Very excited about this. I have a feeling there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, yes. This is a very special time. This is a ceremony that we do every Sunday. It's the time when we consider giving back to the center, the place that gives us the place, the space that gives us the place to have our Sunday ritual, our Sunday ceremony. And the offering plates are at the door, and we just invite you to give as you are able. The tithe recipient this week is Las Esperanza Incorporated, Weed and Seed. That's to supplying coats and shoes for youth. The A. Fielder Memorial Safe Haven was designed to provide young people and community residents with a secure neighborhood facility where children can gather daily in a safe environment to engage in educational activities such as homework, reading, life skill presentations, and a variety of recreational activities. And this facility provides age-appropriate after-school and summer programming with a unique focus of maintaining the cultural traditions of the community that it serves. And speaking of coats, we held back any remaining coats from the treasure sale and we'll begin giving away free coats again. So bring any that you no longer need: warm sweaters, hats, scarves, mittens, anything that will keep people warm, people who can't afford their own clothes. So please join me as we affirm our blessings, which will be on screen in just a moment. Right about now? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, in me, and so it is.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
What a beautiful day. I vote. We cast all our votes for dancing, as Hafiz says, and take this beauty and this love and this connection and take it out into the world with us, carry it forward, carry it into our homes, carry it into our pets' food dishes, carry it into the grocery store, definitely carry it into your car while you're driving. And I invite you all to stand and join us in the...
Yeah, we're going to sing Go Out and Shine. So yeah, we can start dancing right now. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk and join the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride. Let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. One voice, one hand, one heart. Wanna change, make a start. We're one big family. What's good for you is good for me. Come on and go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Woo! That was fun.
It helped having Lillian sing.
It's sure.
Do you want this back? I'll keep it if you don't.
Go ahead and keep it with the music. You might do it again.
Yeah.